Artspira
Artspira Confidential.
live stream. We're waiting for Jeannie to get her phone figured out.
Okay, this is where I struggle.
Just give it to me.
I struggle just even getting to the apps.
Hang on. There we go. Do you want this camera view? Do you want to talk to the camera for a little bit?
Yes.
Or
And then switch to the phone. Can we bounce?
I don't know
between
how
the
to
two?
switch.
all right, you do. You just come over here and you hit.
Okay, hang on.
I need you to pay attention.
Oh, look.
Yeah. Michelle, you watch too, because.
Jeannie,
Yeah.
This is Patrick.
do you want to talk to Deanna from Kimberbell?
Hey, give me 2 seconds,
call her
Bill.
back.
I'm gonna put you on mute. Hang on 1 second.
That message, then again.
So, so you're gonna come here and just hit that, and then you're gonna switch
I already lost you.
to
Okay.
Ariane.
Michelle, you
All right.
got it?
To
So,
Ariane.
and then
And where do I
done.
find that?
That's here.
Okay. Video
So,
capture devices.
Yeah, but you
Settings?
need to learn how to do this.
Yeah, but it doesn't stick. That's
yeah,
the problem.
well, it's sticking right now. So there's video capture device,
and
the
then
settings,
settings.
and then you come here, FaceTime HD camera when you want to use this camera.
Okay.
And then you keep in mind that the microphone here
Is it working right now?
is working.
Okay.
And so you can put it out over
Okay,
here so
got
that
it.
you can capture you better.
Behind the scenes production with A-1.
All right, have fun.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Excited.
Hi, everyone. So, welcome. And hopefully, I will shed a little light on this amazingly fun little app that that brother released. Gosh, I guess it's been about a year, but we haven't really paid too much attention to it. So for this presentation, Jeannie's going to be reading the comments so that I don't get sidetracked. But I wanted to just clear up a couple of things. First of all, if you have Artspira, the easiest way to have Artspira recognize the machines that it can use in your house is to log in with your Scan and Cut Canvas account. Because that way it's like magic. You open the app. If you have a wireless sewing machine, if you have a wireless, your Scan and Cut, it recognizes it. So it makes it easier for you to begin sending things immediately. If you didn't do that, it's okay. You just have to enter them manually one at a time. And I'll show you where that little icon is where you can put your
So what if you don't have a Scan and Cut? Can you still have Artspira?
Of course. So Artspira works with the following devices. First of all, it is not Canvas. It is not a replacement for Canvas. It is a totally separate than Canvas, app. All right. It is not My Connection. It is totally separate than My Connection. What Artspira does is actually when Patrick named this little live session the Artspira universe, and really that's kind of what it is. It will work with any wireless brother embroidery machine. So that means it goes all the way down the line to the most entry-level wireless brother machine. It will work with any wireless Scan and Cut. So that means all the way back to the Scan and Cut CM650 CW cutting with wireless, which was the first wireless machine that was before we got an auto blade. It works with any 200 level model, or if you have a model of Scan and Cut that you maybe got at like Michael's or something like that, as long as it's wireless, this works with it. It works with your fabric printer. If you bought the fabric printer, you'll know that Artspira is the driving force for your fabric printer. It's how you send designs to your fabric printer. It's how you create a picture pillow or a picture project where you want to print the picture and then the borders and use the templates. Artspira has a lot of templates for that. It also works with things you may not even have yet or at all. Brother also released a sublimation printer, which is truly a different animal altogether. But if you have that, it works with that. It works with, it also works with a wireless little embroidery machine that they launched that's new called the Skitch that everybody's trying to put coffee grounds into because it looks like a coffee pot.
I saw that. It does.
It does look like that was my first. But I'm really intrigued because for someone that does a lot of shows, I found that to be a huge possibility of being able to personalize at craft shows. Just a little 4x4 hoop, but it requires nothing but Artspira.
So, Brother wireless sewing machines.
Brother wireless
Yeah.
embroidery machines. These are embroidery designs, not sewing designs.
Oh, yeah. And I don't think there is a Brother wireless
Sewing
sewing
machine.
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it has to be embroidery and it does have to be Brother.
So for our baby lot customers, I really tried every which way you could think of. These files that are from on the embroidery side of Artspira they download as a pen file, a PEN file. The newer ones will not even save to the memory of your machine. But I was working with one once and I was able to actually save it to the memory of the machine. And I'm like, oh, let me go grab a USB and see if I can open it on a baby lock machine. Well, it won't load to a USB. If it will load to your machine, it's just in your machine. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is, I don't always post on all the groups, but be nice because I'm always there. I'm in the background. I'm reading your comments. So just a couple months ago, Brother launched a Artspira Plus premium subscription plan. And everybody was just up in arms because Artspira was free and now it's not free anymore. That's actually not true. Artspira, there's still a lot that is free on Artspira, and what was free before they launched the premium program is still free. But the premium program offers a lot more. So you're going to see, maybe not so much today, because we want to just show you today in our live how easy it is to kind of send designs to the embroidery machine, send cutting files to the cutting machine. We're not going to show you how to edit anything today, but you can edit. That's the thing. You have basic editing. Is it going to replace embroidery software? Oh, no. You are not going to get a replacement for embroidery software at $12.99 a month. It's just not going to happen.
So, didn't they have like a free introduction
Yes.
or something?
You have a 2-month free trial.
Okay.
So if after 2 months you decide that I think it's $12.99 a month is too much to pay, you can go back to enjoying all of the free subscriptions benefits of Artspira. So Artspira has magazines. I'm going to point that out today. In the free subscription, you will still get 1 free magazine per month. You'll have access to the archives for a limited amount of time, and you have at least 500 embroidery, 500 cutting, and 1,000 printing designs. That's not a bad deal for free. And what I likened it to is I've always had a scan and cut, but my friend has a Cricut. So Cricut Design Space charges her for every design. And so, this is actually less than what she pays for Cricut Design Space. So this gives me a whole bunch of cutting designs. I have Design Editor. I have monthly magazines. I have cloud storage for my creations. I have embroidery drawing tools. So I kind of think it's kind of a good lick. I kind of went back and forth on it because a lot of the designs are designs I remember from Brother days.
Yeah.
So they're not actually new, but then I thought, oh, well, and then I looked at, there's really some fun ones. And I actually did some samples for our live today.
Can't wait to see them.
And all of these that I'm going to show you are samples that came out of the free part of the library. So nothing is out of the paid. Yeah. All right. So I guess we can start having them field a few questions just so I don't get overwhelmed. And I'll try to answer all your questions if I haven't already answered them. Hello. Hello.
So I don't understand what Artspira is.
So Artspira is a play on words for inspiration. It's a controlling app, and I think going forward we're going to see Artspira do more and more. For those of you that have like a Stellaire, an Altair, or Meridian, you know that they developed apps for you to be able to send from your phone to your machine, send pictures, do placement. So I think going forward we're going to see the app take over a lot of stuff that we to do even more with a machine that's just wireless and maybe doesn't even have a camera. So
yeah, I loaded it because I
made
had
her.
Well, I loaded it because my 10 needle had an update.
Yeah.
And so I just went ahead and clicked it and did the update. And then I played around a little bit, just like walking my way through it. I haven't put it on my phone yet. And that's where you're going to do most of the stuff will be.
No, I
through
use
phone.
a tablet. I
Use
use a
a
tablet.
tablet?
Yeah, it's a bigger screen.
And
you can do
can
it from
you
your
use
phone.
it on your computer too?
No, this is
Okay.
an app, so it has to be on a phone or on a tablet.
Okay. I'm app stupid. So on a phone, on a tablet.
Yeah. So actually, let's start by showing them some of the samples.
That's awesome. These are cute.
Shaker.
How cute is that? And look at the little confetti that Michelle put in it.
So that's one of the free designs. That's a combo design. So one of the things I haven't mentioned yet, because I'm going to show you when we get there, is each of the Artspira projects has all the design files you need if it's a free design. It has full tutorials with a video and written instructions along with the supply list. Here's what's I think is my favorite part of Artspira is I don't need to go look for a USB. If I'm in the project, I touch the design, it opens on my machine, and that's what we're going to show them when we start doing this live. The same thing with the scan and cut. So in this case, there was both an embroidery design for the actual clear vinyl, and there was a scan and cut design to send. So I could send both of them from the app. I could be cutting the cardstock for that while I was getting prepared.
Oh, this is just cardstock
It's
inside.
just cardstock, yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, so fun. This one, oh my gosh, I fell in love with this. Look at this bag.
Love it.
Look at this little bag.
So cute.
It's just an embroidery design project. The whole In the Hoop project is there. These are all free designs. These are on the free part of Artspira. And then, so this didn't actually have a lining, but I put one in it.
Of course. Yeah. So cute.
This one was fun too because this one joined two of my favorite things to work with. It's an embroidery design with cork, but it also added heat transfer vinyl as lining, so it was kind of fun.
And then look at the back. You just pop in your little tag. So these would be great to make as like little presents for all the grandkids.
So
they can
here's
put it
one
on
of
all their
the
stuff.
benefits. You actually have a basic editing program in Artspira. So I could delete Love to Fly. I could use one of the built-in embroidery designs, and I do have access to some text.
And who loves the word basic? I know. I've seen Michelle's, the people that are doing her software 101 right now.
Oh, my software class rocks big time.
But
They're
for
amazing.
me, I hear basic and I go, that's for me.
Well, you know what? I have to tell you, though, if you're going to bring that up, is a couple of the people that were in the software class had never even loaded their software. They've never used embroidery software at all. So, all right. So this is one of the designs that was like the design of the month last month. So I made like a little patch out of it. So there's some cute stuff.
So design
Again,
of the
free.
month, is that
Part of the monthly magazine.
And that doesn't require you to have the $12.99
Nope.
subscription. So
Anything I'm going to talk about today is not going to have to do with the $12.99
Nice.
subscription. It's all going to be the free stuff.
cute little patch.
And then this.
How cute is this? Make a little lovey. If you
And
have
then-
a little one coming into the family.
And then I just used one of the fonts on my embroidery machine.
And I have no idea how the Artspira came into this, but we're going to find out.
It's the frame and the knockdown. It's got a knockdown stitch in there.
And it
so it was
included the knockdown.
the design is the little sewing around the edges and the knockdown and the
Here.
letter or whatever you would want to put in there. You could put a name. You could put, baby love. You could put anything on there just using the fonts that are built into your embroidery machine.
Okay, I'm really getting excited to
I
see
am.
what is like how this, because it's still, to me, I don't get it. I don't get how it all comes together, but I'm excited to find out.
Okay. So are we ready to switch
Yeah.
to camera view? Okay, I'm going to try to do this now.
super
The camera's
excited.
over by the, let's see, video capture device. Look at that, Jeannie, we did it.
Michelle did it. I don't know if
All
I
right.
would have been able to.
So starting from the beginning here, we have set up, I have a scan and cut. This is on Jeannie's account. I have the Scan and Cut up there. I have the Luminaire down here. When you connect a machine to your Artspira account, you can connect more than one in most cases. So you can connect, I think, up to 3 wireless embroidery machines, up to 3 Scan and Cuts. Don't laugh, I do have 3, and they're all connected because at Christmas time they work hard. Although one of them's going to go live with my granddaughter this Thanksgiving. And then the Print Moda. So I'm going to start by showing that you can do it on either app or on either device. Jeannie's is on a tablet, an Android tablet. Mine's on an Apple tablet. How you get the app is there's several different ways. If you just touch your machine, if it's wireless, you'll have an app guide down here at the bottom. So all I did was touch the wireless icon on the machine. It says app guide, and then there's Artspira. So all you have to do is put the camera part of your device over the little QR code there, and it's going to take you to either the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, depending on what device you have. And then the connection process is pretty simple. I'm just going to show you on mine here. All right, so up here in the corner is your friend. Jeannie says the same. The screen is just a little bit bigger. And up in there is the machine settings and what is connected. So if I touch my cutting machine, you can see that I have 3 Scan and Cuts that are ready for transfer. I just have 1 embroidery machine because my multi-needle isn't wireless. And right now I have the creative printer from the store is actually registered, or it should be. But I will tell you about the creative printer, the Print Moda. If you can connect more than 1 person, but not at the same time. So like when I go home, I have to make sure that when I go home for the weekend that I delete the printer from my app so that if anybody wants to demo the printer, they can connect. So it's nice because you can have like 1 printer and more than 1 person can come and use it. So these are all registered and ready to go. So those are my settings right up in here. Up here is on Jeannie's, she has some saved in there, but this is where you can favorite designs so that you can actually find them easier. So here's the, I'll show you the example for the little bag here. So this is what it looks like when you open one of the free projects. It tells you what it's for. It's for a beginner. You see the embroidery machine there, means it's only the embroidery machine that you need to use. This is not a Scan and Cut project as well. There's the picture of the finished project. There's a video. There's a materials list. And then there is very exclusive directions there. And this, it says, tap the below embroidery pattern and send it to your embroidery machine.
That's amazing.
That's it.
Like, how easy is that? Because
That's
I
it.
know some people struggle getting their designs onto their machine, and that was pretty easy.
So Jeannie, go ahead and touch create. And then touch done, because we've got what we want. We don't want to add anything. And it's going to say transfer. So go ahead and touch transfer.
And we have the Luminaire on, so it knows.
So it's telling you that it can't put anything in the pocket. It's going to put this in a pocket, but what if there was something in there before, it's going to be gone. So select OK. And then now just go to your embroidery settings on the machine. And let's start from the beginning so they can see. Embroidery, and then the pocket, and then the cloud. Voila. Poof. Oops. Oh, the dog one's in there. So what happened? Oh, transfer. We forgot to hit transfer.
Oh, hang on.
Hit, whoops.
Whoops, sorry. Let's hit
Transfer.
transfer.
Okay.
Transferring overrides the data.
Okay, transferring. Transfer is complete.
Let me go return out of here, back to the pocket.
Oh, maybe it's this. Try the
Oh, we want to go
the
to
Wi-Fi. Yeah, there
Wi-Fi.
we go. Nope. Well,
Is it doesn't know
you know
where
what?
it's transferring
it's
to?
my fault, you guys. We need to use Jeannie's.
Okay,
All
hang
right.
on.
So
Let's
my
get this
fault.
one.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Reconnected to other stuff.
This one just got sent twice to my machine at home.
Oh, we sent it to Michelle's.
All right, so here we go. Here's the favorites.
Okay,
where
so
the heart is.
favorites. And we're
And then-
looking Please log in again.
Okay.
Um,
Workspace. And then do you want me to do it off
I
camera?
don't know what mine.
I know. I do. I'll do it off camera here.
Yeah, we don't want you all running around with my password. Let me see if there's any questions. What is the other name that is used in the Brother Universe? Canvas and
Canvas Workspace.
Canvas Workspace.
All
You're
right.
saying what I am feeling, Jeannie.
All right.
Okay.
Now, touch
So,
the heart.
I'm going to go to the heart.
We had it before. It just wasn't logged in.
And, oh, here it is down here. Here's the little cosmetic bag.
Create.
Create.
Now, if you wanted to add text, here's where you would do it.
Oh, so you could do some light editing here?
You could add some text, and
Let
you
me
can.
just punch that just to see what pops up. Oh, yeah.
So you could type in some text.
No, don't worry about it. I'll mention it to
And then this, the up arrow.
Mhm.
Isn't that shift?
Oh.
Should I just do the return arrow?
Yep.
Oh, no.
And done.
Oh, here, we'll hit done.
All right. So there's Jeannie in the middle there, and then you can.
Oh, yeah, and there's some light editing right here, so we could go ahead and is more gonna rotate?
Yep.
So let's rotate it 90 degrees. That's there.
And then
And then
just click
move.
check the check. Yeah, you can
Can we
check
just,
move.
or can we just move it with our finger?
You can move it with your finger.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so some light editing.
That's right on the zipper. So let's put it
Oh,
on
yeah.
the top of the bag.
Let's
You can put it up here
right
or there.
And
All right.
then,
And then- Okay.
okay. And then done?
Done. And then.
Do you want to save?
No, don't save, but it'll still let us transfer it. And then transfer.
And
Now it'll work.
transfer.
And okay.
Okay, to the data pocket. So it says pocket. So I wonder if we'll go back
Now
here
it's
to
that
the
one.
pocket.
It is that one.
It's on Artspira.
Oh,
And
look
there
at that.
it is. And there's our little bag. So it looks like Artspira is going to give you more embroidery designs, more projects.
There's up to about. I'm going to go through the magazines next. So if we had a cutting file, we could transfer the cutting file right, and we will before we're done over to our scan and cut over there that's on the right. But let's look at some of the other stuff. So we're done. Go ahead and select done over here. And then this, you can save this to the memory. This one does save to the memory of the machine. A lot of them won't. The only problem is you cannot get them off the machine. So if for a different machine, for like a baby lock machine, they won't come off. You can delete it off the machine, but you can't transfer
You
it to
can
it.
put it on a baby lock machine?
You cannot. That's
Okay.
what I said earlier. You can't get them off the machine to put it on
Oh,
a USB.
okay. I thought
Yeah.
so you can't get them off of here to put it on.
No.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, some of them will actually save when you touch memory. Some of them will not. I haven't actually found a what's the difference between some of them that'll save and some of them that won't. But you can save, some of them you can save to memory. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go home. So from the home screen, you have where you can explore embroidery designs, cutting designs, printing designs, sublimation, projects, design templates, and education. This was one of the nicest features I think they added because you can do basics of embroidery, choosing a design, simple machine editing, stabilizer types and uses. So it's really geared towards maybe a new user or a younger user, all the way up to those of us that have been doing it for a while. So the education tab was nice. Design templates, when you open the category, you can select what do you want to design for. Do you want it for aprons, bags? Now, if you see those little crowns, it means that these ones are part of the paid. This one doesn't have a crown. It means it is not. So you can kind of go through, and those of you that are taking the software class know that all of these designs came out of the software. They're the template library out of the software, so that's kind of nice. So, and again, you have, this one's not a paid design, so you're just going to look for the ones that have a crown are part of the paid. So if I go back and I can touch cutting designs. These are all of the categories. So if you're looking for something specific, so I can select holidays, and then I can select Christmas, and these are all designs that can go to the scan and cut. And amazingly enough, I don't see any of them with a crown on them.
Yeah.
A lot of these are free. I mean, if you keep going,
Good stuff.
keep going, and it goes down to the bottom. This kind of stops the free ones, and these are part of the subscription. So for those of you that were worried that they were going to take everything away from you that was free, nothing could be further from the truth. Everything that was free is still free. You know, it'll change over time. You'll still get free designs. Some of the older free designs will fall off, and some of the new free designs will come on. And then, so let's look at some of the embroidery designs. So again, we get the same category. So let's look at holidays, since we have them coming up, right?
Crowns.
Let's look at Christmas. Some of these have crowns, but go all the way. You have to let everything load. There's a lot down there. So keep scrolling. Sometimes it's going to take a while to get down to the bottom, but
Wow, there's a lot there.
yeah,
There's
they
a
just
lot.
keep going.
So are these
So now look at, I have no crowns on these.
are these embroidery designs?
These are embroidery, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
These are all embroidery. So if
Look
I
at
want to do
that.
that one, these are the trees. This is the size of the design. These are my colors. I can still add to them. I can add lettering if I want to add lettering. I can touch create. And then once the create comes up, I can add lettering. So let's do,
There are a bunch of them now. Is there certain white? Look at all these white colors. Yeah. This is very bright, always dull. And also that's green.
Oh, and look, I like the way the words. Oops, sorry, got my finger
Yeah.
in there. I like the way the words just pop up, and they have other things. Like they have like a little snowman, and they're like, what do you call those?
the gifts or the whatever the little icons are. I forget.
Emojis?
Emojis, yeah. So let's do done. Merry Christmas. That's kind of big, so I'm probably going to need to size it. So let's see.
Oh, look, and it does have like.
Yeah, it does have a bunch of stuff here.
Should we go to plus?
Yeah, well, I did plus, and it's asking me if I want to add. So what I want to do is it here? I'll select the hoop. So I can select, let's see if I select a bigger hoop. Where is my select? There, where's my icon?
Someone just walked
Or-
away and someone just walked back. So we would like to call you right back if you don't mind and talk to you about that.
What did you touch?
I don't know. I just dragged it, and it just moved.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you guys, you'll have to play around with it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think I spelled that wrong. Anyway,
Right.
what's your? I know he probably has your number already, correct?
I've got her number.
He's got your number. Okay, yeah, he's got your number.
Nope, that one's not moving.
I wonder if we used
Oh,
look
there-
it, they're
there
all
it
popped
goes.
up.
There it goes.
And they popped up. I don't know
All
how
right,
it
so I
happened,
had
but
to touch it. And you can see that the embroidery machine's not going to draw that little emoji. But if you added this as text to something in the scan and cut,
Yeah.
the scan and cut would draw it
that's
for you.
amazing.
Yeah.
I
So-
love that. I love the idea that you have all access to all these designs.
Look at all the fonts.
Oh, I love that too. And look how many. So you're not. Oh, but I see crowns.
Some of them have crowns.
That means if you pay, you're going to be a queen.
It does. But you can also, there are some that are not. So what I wanted to be sure and emphasize is that things that
Oh,
were
yeah.
free before are still free.
And
so
there's
if you
so
want to do
many.
that one instead, you can do that one.
So
you
if
can do
you've
that
ever
one.
felt like limited with the fonts in your sewing machine, because sometimes I go, oh, I wish I had something that was spooky looking. Now you have so many more fonts here, and this one's a free one, and it's gorgeous.
Yep, and I'm going to make it green. All right. So we are okay.
I've used a sharp, like an X-Acto blade.
So Cheryl says, Michelle, since you do so much with your machine, do you feel the subscription is worth it?
I do. And I wasn't sold to begin with. Let me pop over and look at some of the questions. I wasn't sold completely.
We can switch over to the.
I wasn't sold completely with the subscription. However, because I wasn't looking at the whole picture of the. Look at you. You do
Yeah.
know how to do it.
The boss.
At first I wasn't sold. So and I'm going to be brutally honest with this. I looked at some of the embroidery designs, and these are embroidery designs that I've been familiar with from 17 years at Brother. But I wasn't looking at the whole picture. The ability to be able to manipulate designs, the ability to bring in my own scrapbooking paper for when I want to print, resizing it, all that stuff on the printer, the cut files and the projects and the scan and cut, the combination. There is one in there that's a design template that you can add a picture to a frame in the printer, send it to your embroidery machine to embroider a message, and then cut out the pieces on your scan and cut. It's like the integration. An integrated network is what's coming. Could you to your computer? No, you can't. No, Ray, you must be just joining it because I actually said that like early on. These will not sew on a baby lock.
Yeah, I think they want it. It sends direct because they don't want it on other machines. Like they want to keep it exclusive.
It will not. Although I was able to save that design that you saw to Jeannie's Luminaire over here, there's no way to get it off the Luminaire. It will not go onto a USB. It will not send wirelessly to software.
Okay, Chris wants you to show how to do that. And I don't, is that what Michelle just went through that whole thing with her scrapbook fabric? Because I don't know if we'll have time to do that.
No, that's not, that's part of a class. That's not a let's get to know demo. That's part of the class.
That's the plan. Like Michelle is planning on doing integrated classes where they involve the machine,
Donna,
the printer,
you cannot.
And everything else.
You can use the designs for the scan and cut. You can use the designs for the printing, the fabric printer. Again, these embroidery designs will not go to any baby lock model of wireless machines. They only will work on Brother models.
Yes.
But I mean, if there's something there that you really love, there's lots of small Brother models of wireless machines that you could, that some of the designs, most of them are only 4 to 5 by 7.
It's not going to send to that.
No, it'll send to a wireless.
I mean, it'll
Brother.
send to that, but you can't send it.
No.
So you'll be limited to the wireless machine that you have.
Yeah, the engineers were really good with the encryption on this one. There's only so much you can do, and there isn't. So I was the first one to tell you that the baby lock motifs and fills would go onto a Brother machine and vice versa. And sometimes that works because, in that world, sometimes it works. In this world, it does not. It doesn't work at all. It's not going to. So, no, you can't save anything to a computer. It's just the app, which is why I feel like for me, because, I don't want to be looking at a tiny screen on a phone all the time.
Yeah.
That I feel like when I use my Artspira app, Artspira, I'm even saying it wrong, Artspira.
I'm so sorry.
It's supposed to be Inspire. It's supposed to be a play on the word
Artspira.
Inspira, so it's Artspira. When I am working with that, I do it on my my tablet. So, a bigger tablet if you want. You could do like maybe an Apple Pro or something like that, but it still has to be a tablet, not a computer. And you'll never be able to save it to a laptop, not to embroidery software, not to a USB. So hopefully that clears that part up. All right, let's go do some more fun stuff.
Okay, I'm going to switch us back over.
Ooh,
Let's
Jeannie.
see if it sticks next time. You know when it sticks? When Patrick is around, when nobody's around to save me, that's when it semi-sticks.
All right, so let's go ahead and get you backlogged in here.
And you can walk through. I'm going to film you and just make sure I get a good angle.
All right, so I am done with this. So I'm going to select OK and done. It's always going to ask you if you want to save. If you do not have a paid subscription, you have enough cloud space to save 20 of your creations. So it can be a combination of the embroidery ones, the printing ones, the scan and cut ones. I don't want to save this, so I'm going to select don't save, and I don't even want to transfer it, so I'm going to select done and exit, or you can just go home.
Look how cute.
So there's quite a few. And I think with some of the categories, you just have to keep going because it takes a while for it to populate. So think of it this way: there's over 500 designs that are free, but there's, I think, up to 2,500 that are free as part of the subscription. So anything's going to take a little bit of time to, to load.
And do they add like with a subscription?
Yeah.
What things
every week?
Okay, and what kind of things do they add?
So these are what I think are so much fun.
Ooh, oh, that's
They're
the magazine. Could
so
we look at one?
yeah, so you'll see again. You have ones that have stars on them because there's one magazine that comes out every week. There'll be one magazine a month where all of the projects are free. So this is issue 11.2. It was volume 23. When I open that, I have 4. These are the embroidery. This is the embroidery cutting or embroidery or cutting. So on these designs, you can choose either an embroidery design, or you can choose a cutting design, depending on what you want to do with it. So it's available as both. Here's the projects of the week.
Ooh.
So you have one that's for a mug. You have one that's a scarecrow gift box. You have this tartan patch pouch, which I think I need to sew because I think it's pretty cute. And then you have a dog in car sign. And each one of them has like pictures on it. Like down here at the bottom, you'll see there's a cutting machine. So this is showing you that it's the project is for a cutting machine. This one up here has an embroidery machine. So it shows you that the project is for an embroidery machine. So if I touch this one, it's going to show me that this is for a beginner. About 30 minutes plus drying and cutting time. And this is what we're making, is the mug. And so it shows me all of the projects, the supplies that I need, the introduction, what we're going to be doing, how we're going to clean the cup with alcohol before we do the sticky stuff, and then the actual icon to send it to the scan and cut.
You know what I love? I love, okay, I don't know if any of you remember getting Highlights magazine.
Yes, as a kid.
And I would look forward to that every single month, and it had like the hidden search, and it had a craft. I love the idea of like getting a magazine every month that has like something fun and new and maybe different that I haven't tried before. So I love that. I just love that it's every month something new comes out. And that and what you're showing us right now is free. It just
Everything
comes with
all of this is free.
And
so
I
you're
see the
looking,
crowns on these, so I get it.
But look,
But I love the idea of
look
just
at all of these.
getting something, my magazine, my Artspira magazine every month.
So if I do see all, the paid subscription is really relatively new. So if you look at all of these are all of the ones from the beginning.
Look at the little bat. There's so much here.
Yeah. So this one was one of my favorites, and this one's still free. And it was this earbud keeper.
Oh, I love that.
So you could actually, and it's a
oh my God, how cute.
It's a basic beginner project. Shows the scan and cut, shows what kind of mat I'm going to need. And in this case, they're using a high tack support sheet on that mat for the foam, which is still available. And then here's the pattern to send. It also shows you how to organize it on the mat. How to get it.
Okay, no more Instagram reels for me and Patrick. I'm gonna have to sit down with my Artspira and go through what's there because there's so much here.
Yep. And so I'm assuming that when they say that some of the free stuff, it will be free for a while. In other words, if you see things that are in this part at the bottom that are things that you would like, you can always favorite it and hopefully it'll stay in your count. But like I said, as they give more free ones, some of these will not be free. They'll probably go into the subscription. So you might see that this was the one that I did the Halloween shaker with. This is how it was made and the only thing that I did that was different is I used the pumpkin that was built in on the scan and cut because I had pumpkin confetti.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. So
cute.
you can change some
So
things.
Cheryl asked, does it have to be an Apple app or can it be Google?
It's Google. It's either for an Android or an Apple.
So it's both. You can do
both.
both.
You can
And
do both.
Stephanie wants to know, does the embroidery design enlarge according to the size of the hoop?
No.
Okay.
No.
Can you resize the design?
I don't know. Let's see.
I think, what if you could send it and...
You can't send it to software.
But not software. What if you send it to your machine and you just resize it? Yes, you can.
Yes. I'm not sure that all of them will do that, but yeah, you could. This one you can. And then let's see.
So you have to play with it, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure all of them will. Let's see. There was one. There was the doggy. Where's the doggy one? I think I deleted that one.
I think it was on.
Yeah.
It was on your.
Yeah, it was on my thing. So yeah, it looks like some of them will. I won't say for sure because I haven't tried all of the ones that I have. So, you know, some of them. But as always, even when you resize designs on your machine, if it's important, you should do a test sew before you put it on your favorite stuff. So there was just a bunch of fun stuff that I found in here. So when I find something, when I'm looking, I may not want to do it now. Like in this issue, there's some St. Patrick's Day stuff. And so I opened it and I thought, ooh, that one's kind of cute. I like that one, which is this guy right here. There's a St. Patrick's Day dog bib, you know, a bandana for the dog. There's a clover stencil. So there was some fun ones in there. So, but I think, you know what? Look at there. There's a velvet shamrock bag with a reverse applique with clear vinyl on it. So I think, well, maybe I might like to do a thing for my dog, but I don't want to think about St. Patrick's Day now.
Oh, cute! A dog bandana.
Yeah, I can just touch the heart, and that's going to save that project into my saved file. So let's see where I would go find that. I'm going to go all the way back to home. It's like anything else. The house is the house. When you get lost, click the house. And so I have a heart with a square there. And so these are all the ones I've saved. And you'll see that there's the one on the top from the magazine. It also tells me where I found it. Issue 5, Volume 3, 23.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can, because how frustrating is it when you're looking for a design and you don't know where it is?
If I just want cutting designs, I can touch cutting. And just the ones I favorited that are cutting designs will appear here. Embroidery designs here. And then design, I think, oh, Artspira weekly magazine here. So all of these came out of a weekly magazine. So you have, I think it's pretty simple once you play with it for a while to, you know, to find things, more so than the drawer full of USB drives that I have probably.
So does the integration for Artspira come from where you, the designs you select and where you can send them? Because some things you can send to the printer and some things you can send to the scan and cut.
Yeah, so that's what the little icons indicate. So like this one down here is printing, embroidery, and cutting, and it's a free one. So let's look at that. So it's printing, embroidery, and cutting. So let's just go create and see what we're doing. So there's my, please tap the object to edit. I don't really want to edit anything, so I'm going to do done. And so it shows me that I can send, this part is going to be the fabric. That's going to be printed. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say done. And then 2, let's see if it'll let me go to 2. 2 is the stars that are going to be on the scan and cut. And 3 is going to be sewing the out on the embroidery machine. So it's 3 all 3 together. Now what you do with that afterwards is on your own. So if it were me, I might put it on that zipper bag and just replace this with this.
Oh yeah. So you could just stitch out the words.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to.
Can we transfer? Let's transfer it.
Okay.
And because maybe let's put it over there and see how it works.
All right.
So
all right. So this is for the people that have no sew, because that's always something that's hard for them to wrap their head around. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to sew that, because in the hopes that we are going to transfer. Well, I want that part. Let's turn that one off.
Nice.
And let's turn Jeannie's name off. And do okay.
How awesome is that?
Yeah.
Because now you don't have to just.
So for those of you that think that you would never use the no sew feature, we're using it on the fly.
It's so great.
So we're going to add, and now Jeannie, go get the other design.
So I wonder if each one of the words
Each ones will come separately, yeah. So we know that it'll save there.
Edit, and then we can do just all the normal things that we normally do.
Yep.
And I'll just put that down in the middle. And we could bring in the other 3
as well.
but we'll just do that one for now. And that was
But
super easy.
How fun would it be to actually print the banner part on the,
Yes.
and then use that for that front piece of the bag?
That would be fantastic.
So it definitely opens, I think, a lot of creative possibilities.
Yeah.
And really don't be afraid of it. But I think going forward, you know, Patrick was mentioning some things the other day, and I'm like, yeah, he's right on that. As I think we're going to see more things that are powered by apps, as opposed to you know, the USB. I mean, think about it. When we first got our embroidery machine, had a floppy drive. So I'm going to tell you
Yeah,
that
I
I
know.
didn't even own a computer at that time, so I had no idea what a floppy drive was. And then we went from floppy drives, and some of them, we finally got a USB port, but most machines only had one USB port. Now we have machines that have 2 USB ports and an SD card slot, because you can put a lot of designs on an SD card, you know, card reader. We now have integration that's starting between embroidery software and our machine, so that we can spool designs in our embroidery software and have the information just transfer. You know, so we're seeing more and more how the wireless transfer is I think, going to become a really important part of our world. And I think embracing it is fabulous, because we don't have to worry about where we put the USB or what's
Yeah.
on the USB, or, you know, some of us have worried, and we have things that we plug into our USB ports just so we don't have the in and out of plugging the USB in. So, do we have some good questions over there, Miss Jeannie?
Does anyone have any questions? We kind of answered the ones that we had.
Does it? No, it can be a Google. The designs due in large. Yes, Ray, you can use it with a scan and cut if it's wireless. You can also use it if you ever get a fabric printer, a sublimation printer. There are some projects that are just scan and cut projects. So frankly, just for the fun projects that are there for scan and cut, I think it's worth it, because I tried to find a duplicate on Scan and Cut Canvas, because they give you a lot of free designs. I tried to find a duplicate for the ones that are in Artspira. And I haven't
You're
found
so
one yet.
good at saying that.
I know. It depends on who I'm sitting next to.
It was me.
So, yeah, and I think that we're going to see. I think we're going to see a fabulous evolution with this app, because I'm pretty impressed with it. Just, I mean, I haven't had it crash on my iPad at all, and I'm the one that's the button pusher. That's what I got paid for. Push it, see if you can break it, and I haven't had it crash on me at all.
Yeah.
I've used it a lot. Forgot you were all on today. That's all right.
There we are. You know what? I love that. I love that, number one, it's free if you have a wireless machine. I love that they're adding stuff every month.
I like
or
free is
every
good.
week. Every
Yeah.
week to inspire you. And it's just more of
So,
like everything.
I think that you're thinking of something else, Socorro. So, can the scan and cut work with the NQ3700? You are thinking about My Connection, which is where it's a two-way transfer between the scan and cut and the machine. Right now, there's only 2 brother machines that have My Connection, and that would be the Stellaire or the Luminaire. Can you use it? Yes, but you will still need to put whatever you want to cut onto a USB drive and bring it over to the scan and cut.
Is
but
the
you know what?
3700 wireless?
It is.
So your Artspira,
Artspira will work
you
for
can
you.
just hit your transfer button and it will go to your scan and cut if it's wireless and to your 3700.
Yeah. So here's some things that I hope they add that are not there now. Although I can add my own pictures, I can add my own digital scrapbooking paper to the app to use it, you know, with the printer. I cannot upload my own embroidery designs. I cannot upload my own cutting files. So that's not there yet. So I hope at some point maybe we'll be able to do that. Yeah, I guess you do, Gail. Come on down. We'll fix you up. And I just hope that every time I look at the app, you'll see that next to where you favorite for the hearts, there's like a little bell, and you'll see a red dot on it. And I'm thinking, what is this obnoxious red dot? It keeps happening. It's an update. They just keep updating it. They keep adding stuff. And I think that this is going to evolve into something that we're all going to love because it's going to be easy. But you have to you have to embrace it. You have to give it a big, warm, fuzzy hug.
I love that Michelle did this today because I've had Artspira. I've had it on, for however long, and I haven't taken the time to sit down and go through
Oh,
it.
you'll have fun with it.
And
It's
just
like another.
going through it was great.
It's like another Pinterest.
Yeah.
It's like a big black hole.
Just what I don't need. But yeah, I love it. That was
I love it when I get. I have a full plate, but we've been doing some fun stuff in the software class. But software, sadly for me, I have a big sad face that I'm going to have a whole class full of graduates of software next week, and then I'll have Mondays. And I love it when I can just sit in my room and just make everything talk to each other.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's so cool.
So, some of you were on the live feed this morning. Michelle's going to be doing an Artspira class.
Yes.
So, what is going to go on in the class that's
with-
different than what we did today?
Okay, so this is just kind of giving you an idea of what you can do. We didn't really go through any of the editing things that you could do. You can edit your embroidery designs. You can edit your cutting files. The amount of editing software depends on the plan that you have. So just basically, here's some of the editing tools that you have. In embroidery, you have a drawing tool.
Wow.
You have templates. You have design templates. You have image conversion.
Wow.
So the image conversion is not going to replace photo stitch. But if you have a photo that has some really dark outlines to it, as far as like a face shape, you can kind of make a caricature and then sew it out. So that one's kind of fun to play with.
So, can you bring in an image into Artspira?
You can, because you can bring
Wow.
in an image for the printer. So
Okay.
it lives there. So
But did you know that? Would you have known that? I would have never have known that.
as
Do you
far
have
as,
to have the printer to be able to bring in the image?
No, because I can play with everything in Artspira without having it connected to the printer. Because
Okay.
I play with it at home after I disconnect the store printer, and I don't have a printer, so
Yeah.
yeah. you
Yeah,
can play
I
with it.
still so the class that sounds amazing. That you can do
So,
all of these
yeah.
things.
So in the free part, you have 10 embroidery fonts, 10 cutting fonts, and 10 printing fonts. In the paid, you have 30 of each of those. Here's the big deal. If you want to import external files, in the free, you can't. This is what flipped me. In the free, you can't. In the paid, you can import PES, PHC, PHX, DST, FCM, SVG.
Get rid of your
JPEGs,
Netflix. Just
and
get rid of your
PNG.
Netflix and sign up for the Artspira.
That's what I
Paid
did.
part.
I got rid of one of my streaming programs, and then so it has an AR function that I didn't show in the class because it's kind of. It depends on the light.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I have something in my hoop and the AR, if I have fabric in my hoop and the AR symbol shows up, I can actually hold the camera of the Artspira app over my hoop, touch AR, and I'll see the image that I have, my embroidery design.
So
in
is
the
this
image.
something that they'll be seeing in the class?
Yes. They can
Yeah.
view a design on material before cutting, stitching, or printing. And also the cloud storage, which is 20 designs in the unpaid and 100 designs in cloud storage. So for me, it's more than double. So 500 embroidery designs versus 7,000 embroidery designs to access. So, and then I saw that thing about importing, and I'm like, okay, here's my money, take my money. But I'm still actually on the free 2 months, and so I could cancel at any time, and I'm not going to. So I think that's important. So we're going to see some of those functions. The Artspira classes will be ongoing. Again, we have a lot of stuff in there that we can do. We have a lot of features. We can't cover it all in 2 hours, but we're going to definitely take a deep dive into it.
Yeah, so get signed up for the class. I think there's 2 different sessions.
There's 2 sessions. One session is, I just happen to have the information on one of them here. One is on Thursday. No, wait a minute. One is on Tuesday the 28th.
Can the boys?
And one is on Tuesday the 28th from 10:30 to 12:30. And I think there's another one I put in December. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's one in December.
Heather just posted it.
Thank you, Miss Secretary Mundy. And that's in the afternoon and then again, it is recorded, so you can catch any of it. But I think, and then of course there will be an Artspira Facebook group for this.
Nice.
Yeah, because I think that
And
everybody's
it's just going to grow.
everything's
So
going to add to it. So
just get on, get started.
get on board. Just take your feet out of the mud, get on board, and just embrace it. Because I think
Yeah.
once you've played with it, you're really going to like it.
Yeah. And that's it.
I think.
Yeah.
Did I?
Thank you
Oh,
so
wait, we're on time, Jeannie.
We're on time. Yeah.
So for those of you that participated today, thank you so much. I hope to see you in one of the 2 classes. And again, they'll be ongoing because as they add stuff, we want to have fun with it.
Yeah, Cheryl. So it's going to be ongoing.
Yeah, it'll be ongoing. No worries. This one was just like the first, and this one will probably be, again, all of them I think will be ongoing in order. So if you don't get on board now and you want to get on board later, they'll be numbered like class 1, class 2, class 3. So
Yeah.
all right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you everyone for